If you got this same dream as I do have, which is to grow a sustainable online business that provides you with an income so you can live an ideal lifestyle by your own design, on your own terms and on your own rules from anywhere you're at, then listen to this message, because I'm gonna break down a method, an organic attraction marketing method that should be filling you with having enough clients to work with so you are fulfilled, busy, and that you are following your dreams. Now, this is a real deal, right? There is only one ultimate organic marketing process that you should master and follow so you can get your first or more clients online, okay? And this is the process that you should follow, right? First of all, you really need to know what are the outcomes that you can deliver to your clients that you work with, and that you are really clear on that message, okay? So that's the first thing, because from this idea there comes all the content that you create on social media that's gonna attract those right clients to reach out to you. So that's the first step, you being really clear on the outcomes that you deliver to a certain person and how do you get them those outcomes, right? And that's where most of the online entrepreneurs miss. They are not actually really able to deliver those outcomes to a specific person, and they cannot really get them the results. Okay, so you gotta really up-level your expertise so you can deliver the results to that person that you wanna work with or you work with, right? And then the second thing will be that you position your online brand so it conveys that marketing message to everyone that's interacting with you. So you should create a few content pieces that tell others who you are, what do you do, and how can you help them, right? So that would be your personal story post. It would be a belief shifting pre-selling post, which breaks down the big problem that you solve into specifics, all right? And it tackles all the limiting beliefs that come with that problem, right? So that's a pre-selling belief shifting post. And the third type of the content posts that you should use and have is an offer post, where you break down your offer and the process of how can you work with someone and ask the potential clients to reach out to you to work with you, right? So with those three content pieces, and of course more of these kind of types of content pieces, variety of these content pieces, you're gonna position your online brand. Either that's your Facebook profile, Instagram profile, or that's a LinkedIn profile that you use, or any other platform, right? So with that, you're gonna establish a strong message, strong brand that conveys their message, right? So that's gonna be your online personal brand that conveys the message of who you work, how, and who you help, and what are the outcomes that they can get, right? Then the third thing that you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to expand the audience of potential clients so that they can be actually exposed to your message, right? So your brand has more reach. And you're gonna do this in 2 or 3 ways. The first way is gonna be you networking with potential clients, right? Online. So they hang out in specific Facebook groups, they follow certain competitors of yours, the industry leaders, they follow certain hashtags. And if you go in those groups or under hashtags or whatsoever, right? You can actually make friends with those potential clients and you can make followers out of them. So they're gonna start following your story, your brand, and they're gonna be exposed to every content piece in the future that you put out. Okay, and how you're gonna do this is you're just gonna simply send them the friend request or check their profile, check their content, like their stuff, right? And they're gonna accept your friend request if that's Facebook or LinkedIn, all right? On Instagram, you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna find those potential clients somewhere under, they follow certain competitors or follow the hashtags, and you're gonna follow them and like on their profile posts and comment those, right? So they're gonna see that you did that action, they're gonna follow you back. So that's the first method of expanding your network naturally through networking, right? Of course, it requires daily work, but if you do this with 5 to 10 people every day, you're gonna grow and expand your online brand to 100, 200, 300, 600, 1,000 people in your audience in the next year or two, right? So you can do this naturally, organically, manually through networking. The second type method of expanding your audience is gonna be launching your own podcast, on which you're gonna host other industry leaders, and with that, they're gonna of course share your podcast with their audience, and that audience is gonna spill over and follow you and like you and become part of your network, right? So you should create this stage on which you host or feature other competitors, industry leaders, right? So you can access their audiences. So these are main two methods that you should use. One is manual networking, and the second one is building a stage and hosting your own podcast, right? So you're gonna be expanding your network now, right? And then you're gonna need to create more content pieces for that network, so you nurture them and you get them familiar with your message, who you are, what do you do, and how can you help them, and what are the outcomes that they can get working with you, right? So you're gonna create more content pieces now, okay? And you will need to have a content plan and content schedule, and you will need to know certain content topics to talk about so you can nurture your network, right? And you should create a 90-day content plan. And this is how you're gonna come up with the topics. First of all, you're gonna break down your personal story, right, into a few chapters. And then each week, you're gonna create one of those content pieces. You will share one chapter of your story, because people are gonna be able to relate to your story, who you are, what have you gone through, what are the challenges that you have overcome, and they will actually be able to see how can they succeed through your story, right? So that's the first type of content topics, right? Breaking down your personal story. The second thing, you will need to educate them, right? So you will need to break down the client transformational process, for example, into 12 steps of the milestones that they need to go through so they can come from their current situation, point A, to their end situation, desired situation, which is point B. And the steps in between are the topics that you should talk about. So you educate them, okay, of those steps, right? An example would be, I'm describing you my 6 steps to go through right now. So I don't want to overcomplicate this right now, but having a clear message, establishing an online brand, expanding that online brand, creating content for that online brand to nurture them, and then there are 2 more steps to come, which I'm gonna mention really quick to you, right? So basically breaking down that client transformational story and creating topics around that. That's educating them with pure value. Then you're gonna also write down all the limiting beliefs, challenges that they are trying to overcome, and come out with another, let's say, 24 topics, right? 12 for the challenges that they are trying to overcome, and 12 for the limiting beliefs that they have. And with that, you will come up with 24 and other topics for the next 3-4 months of what to talk about. So you will be shifting those limiting beliefs through your content pieces and keep educating more and more your audience, right? And the last form of content will be, of course, the offer posts. So you will need to create a variety of types of offer posts that you call to action, of what people should do next, either through video or through written content pieces or through your Instagram stories or whatever it is. Okay, this could be a little bit complicated to you right now. If you need any help or support with coming up with the content topics, just reach out to me and I'm gonna be glad to point you to some resources of mine, right? So you will come up with this content schedule that's gonna be rotating on a weekly basis, right? Each week you're gonna be inspiring people, educating people, and calling to action or whatsoever. And you're gonna be doing this week to week for the next few months to come, using the content topics that you have come up with, right? Basically, Now you're gonna nurture your audience and get them really familiar with who you are, what is that you do, how can you help them, and so on, right? And they will be urged to reach out to you, to work with you, because you're gonna be an expert in front of their eyes, exactly knowing what you're talking about, right? Basically, that's how you're gonna nurture the audience that you're expanding, and they will start reaching out to you, or you will reach out to some of them and get them into the DM conversations, right? So the DM conversations are the beginning of the sales process, of this organic sales process to sell or to offer your coaching, consulting, teaching services to that end client, right? Basically, you're gonna get them into DMs, they're gonna reach out to you, or you're gonna reach out to them and establish this more private, intimate conversation with them, where you're gonna ask them 3 or 4 pre-qualifying questions to figure out if you can actually help them, right? They're gonna express the interest to work with you anyways, and they're gonna reach out to you into DMs, but you're gonna need to ask them or pre-qualify them, right? If they are the right fit to work with you through your program, and then you're gonna book a call with them. Okay, after this back and forth conversation in DMs, you're gonna book in the call, and on your call, you're gonna simply collect the order. Your content should allow you to pre-position that client so well, so they exactly know your methods and how do you work and so on. And at the end, you just basically collect the money and agree with them on to work with, and you onboard them, right? On that call, sales call, or whatever you call it, right? So these are the 5 steps to go through. And the last 6th step will be you being able to execute this organic lead attraction marketing system on daily basis. You will need to execute on all the work every day in 2 or 3 hours a day. You will need to expand the network, do the work for that, reach out to a few people, network with a few people, become friends with the right potential clients. Then you will need to create a content piece on daily basis that's gonna nurture that network, right? And the 3rd thing you're gonna need to do is reply to the conversations in DMs that you have and onboard people, get people on calls. So you're gonna spend 2 or 3 hours for all of that, for your marketing, so you can actually serve the clients that you are meant to serve, right? And you can have enough of interest, people coming to you because you have done such a great job with content creation and so on, and you will have enough people to work with you, right? So this is a 6-step online lead attraction marketing process that I have practiced myself, and I have taught many of my clients to go through the same and really do great work. Here is the catch: commitment, dedication, so you can make your online business work. Because immediately when you will stop being consistent on daily basis or weekly basis, you're gonna fail. And then after the commitment, it comes to you improving all these processes and becoming better with copywriting, content creation, and being clearer and clearer on who your ideal clients will be to work with, and so much more, right? So you become an expert in everything, right? With online marketing and sales, and most importantly, you improve your expertise and skills so you can help more people, and those people who you work with, you really help them in depth, and you really get them the end results that they desire to get, the end outcomes. If anything of this doesn't make sense to you, or if you have any questions, you can simply reach out to me, and I'm gonna provide you with more resources and even an option of how can you work with me one-on-one, so I can guide you through those steps, and you get clients, potential clients, reaching out to you to work with you. So to conclude this, I wish you all the best. Reach out to me and ask me the questions that you would have, so I can provide you with more of the improvements, suggestions, ideas, so you can start living the life of your dreams. That was Primoz Lazar, and I wish you all the best. Bye-bye.